Hey, hey, guys. How are you, Facebook? How's everyone doing today? Good to see everybody. There we go. Technology. How's everybody doing? Great to see everybody. Uh, my name's Sandra Hewlett. Hey, there's somebody jumping on, so I am live. Um, I'm Sandra Hewlett coming to you live from not sunny Florida today. It has been raining where I am anyway all day today. So, hey, I just want to let you know, little disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am a wife. I am a mom, and I am a Meemaw, which is Southern for grandmother. And I'm your friend. And I'm just coming to you, sharing with you my journey, um, sharing with you some things that I've learned along the way. Hey, let me know where you're watching from. Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Bethany. How are you guys doing today? So let me know where you're watching from. If you are watching the replay, drop me a hashtag rewatch. So how's everybody doing today? Great day. It's Thursday. We're almost at the end of the week. We're almost at Friday. Hi, Pam. Okay, so sensitive subject today, guys. Sensitive subject. And here's your question of the day. Let me just say that I am going live Facebook and on Instagram. And so if I look like I'm not looking right at you, I've got two different places to look at the same time. So I'm trying not to do that, and also I'm looking at notes. So don't think I'm being insensitive. Okay, back to the subject. So who would like to shed a few pounds, right? 5, 10, maybe more, 50, 100. It's okay because we're all friends here. This is a judgment-free zone. This is going to be a vulnerable and very transparent live for me personally. So if you want to drop me a comment that you're trying to lose weight, hey, I just got a phone call in the middle of my live. Okay, so um, anyway, judgment-free zone, vulnerable, transparent post. Who has found that the older they get, the more difficult weight loss can be? Personally, I'm probably coming from a I've always been on this weight loss journey. I feel like since I've been 12 years old, um, just, losing it, gaining it back, losing it, gaining it back. And I'm on a losing it streak right now, thank goodness. But, I've always felt like, oh, I need to lose weight and get it off and stay off before I turn 40. And then 40 hit. And, you still had to, hey, Lois, hey, Joy. Um, just trying to get it off and keep it off. And then it was like, oh, well, you need to try to lose it before you hit 50 because it's really going to be hard after that. So anyway, so I've been on and off for probably all my life, but I think I've found something now that has really, it's doable, it's livable for the rest of my life, and I'm kind of excited about it. I'm excited about the results that I'm getting. Hey, Robin, thanks for joining. So how many of you have ever missed out on something because of your weight? I've I've probably been a fairly active person most of my life. I love travel. I love adventure. I have ziplined over the Vegas Strip before. I didn't realize how high it was until I actually got there and climbed up that tower. And it's probably about 3 stories high that you're ziplining over, and there's nothing but sidewalk and concrete and a bunch of people walking below you. So that was pretty interesting. I have climbed Diamond Head in Hawaii. That was a feat. Took a while to get it done, but I did it. My family and I did it. I used to teach science class, and every year we would go on a field trip to Crystal River, and I'd take the class. We'd all go snorkeling in wetsuits and the whole shebang um, in Crystal River to swim with the manatees, which was such an awesome experience. Loved doing that. So I kind of like doing these kinds of adventures and activities. But I noticed that when I become uncomfortable with my weight, then I tend to start backing off of the adventure and start becoming the spectator. Can anybody relate to that? Drop me some hearts if you know what I'm talking about. Um, so I dread sitting on an airplane with somebody that I don't know. When we go to theme parks, getting on a roller coaster and make the seatbelt fitting, those are things that I worry about. Those are things that go through my mind when my weight is higher than it should be. And in my head, I know that somebody else's opinion of me is none of my business. But that 18 inches between my head and my heart, and believing what I know in my head, is hard to make that connection sometimes. And we let this talk go on. I'm just being real. We do that, right? We do that. So listen, weight loss isn't just about weight loss. It's about health too. Physical health, mental health. I'm strictly speaking about myself. I'm not condemning anyone. If you are a big and beautiful woman and you're okay with it, great. There is absolutely no judgment here. But personally, I'm just speaking to you personally from myself. My knees can't handle the impact that when I have extra weight. My heart can't handle the extra pressure around it when I have extra weight. I've heard doctors, hey, Jamie, hey, Debbie. Let's see, who else is on? Hey, Tammy, thanks for getting on, guys. Christine. So I've heard doctors say, and personally, it's worked for me, that if I lose weight, my body functions better. And so many people can come off some medications when they're at a healthy weight. I'm not trying to be Miss Supermodel. I'll never be Miss Supermodel. I know that. I'm 55 years old. And those days of looking towards those kinds of things are gone for me. I'm good with that. I just want to be healthy. That's my goal, is to be at a healthy weight. So anyway, I just celebrated my 55th birthday last month, and I got to tell you, I was a little concerned. That I've always been told that if you don't lose it before 50, it's so hard to get it off. But it's not true. It is not true, you guys. I've lost 22 pounds since in the last 3 months. So I don't know what 3 months ago was, April maybe. And I'm well on my way to shedding more. I still have a ways to go, but I'm well into this journey. And I told my husband the other day that I noticed my Fitbit steps, that as the weight has come off, the steps just are naturally getting more and more because it doesn't hurt to walk so much. And so the more movement that I have, the better that the weight comes off. So it's kind of this symbiotic relationship going on here between the losing the weight and the activity. So weight loss can cause or weight loss can increase your mobility, and weight loss can increase your stamina, and it can increase your energy. So if you can't exercise at first when you first start losing weight, it's okay. Do what you can and then increase it when you can. So here's the things that I do. I just wanted to share with you guys my routine, and I'm going to put up a Facebook post of my breakfast in a little while. I thought I did it earlier, and then I don't know. It was a crazy morning so far. I had a leak in my bathroom under the sink, and that kind of threw things off a little bit. But I eat eggs for breakfast almost every single morning. I have 2 eggs, and just recently I've started adding an extra egg white, only the egg white. So just to add a little added protein there. Check out the latest research on cholesterol and eggs. I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. sharing with you my experience. There has been research that says eggs are bad for you. There's been research that said eggs are good. It's flip-flop back and forth so many times I can't keep up with it. I'm I'm just, I do eggs. I do eggs every morning. I may scramble eggs. I may do boiled eggs. I may do over easy eggs. I will tell you to be careful about the oils that you use. If you do, I used to use the spray, and coconut oil is probably the best to use, but it has a very low heat tolerance. So, but you can cook slowly. It's okay. So eggs is what I do for breakfast. Research has actually shown that people who had eggs for breakfast when they were dieting lost 83% more weight than those who didn't eat eggs for breakfast. So then my next thing that I wanted to share with you was get plenty of rest. When you log 7 to 8 hours of sleep, it will reduce your cravings. I'm telling you. I've noticed personally myself that when I start craving things and munching things and looking for something and not truly being hungry, usually it's because I'm tired, and usually I just need to go to bed. I don't need to stay up and try to push myself. My body is asking for fuel because it's beyond the point I need rest, and if I'm not going to give it rest, then I need to give it fuel. And so 7 to 8 hours of sleep, we really need to try to do that. If that means going to bed an hour earlier, if that means whatever, working it into your schedule, it's really important. Drink lots of water. And I've got a free pamphlet here for you guys if anybody is interested. It is 4 simple tricks to losing weight at any age. But that's one of the things that I talk about in there is water and how important drinking water is. Water helps boost your metabolism, actually. It cleanses your body of waste, and it actually acts as an appetite suppressant. And the more water, drinking more water helps your body stop retaining water. I know that sounds strange, but more water helps to flush the water out that your body is trying to hold on to. And usually the reason it's trying to hold on to it is because it's in sort of like panic mode. It's like because you haven't been giving it enough, it's got to hold on to it. So if you flush and give your body plenty of water, it'll say, oh, I'm going to get what I need so I can let go of this. So you'll drop water weight, those extra pounds just from water weight. So, hey, comment below. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Share this with your friends if you feel like they could get value from it. And you can DM me for a free copy of the 4 simple tricks to lose weight at any age. And it's just a pamphlet that I share 4 simple things that I've learned to boost metabolism and get the weight off. It's a quick and easy read. If you want to know some of the specific supplements and protein shakes that I personally use, or even my shake recipes, shoot me a quick message. I'd be glad to talk with you and share with you on that. And lastly, don't forget to hit the share button. Sharing is caring, and be sure to friend request me on my personal Facebook page if you aren't already my friend. Like my business page, you've got a lot of guts for loads of great information. And then finally, follow me on Instagram at SavedMom1. And lots of love to you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, hey, Facebook. I got to go live on Instagram. There we go. How is everybody today? Happy Tuesday to you. Let's see what I'm doing here. Sorry, I was actually a little bit late getting on today, and time just got away with me. That happened to you sometimes? Yeah. So How's everybody doing today? My name is Sandra Hewlett. I'm coming to you live from sunny Florida. Hey, just a disclaimer and a reminder. I am not a doctor. I am a wife, a mom, a Meemaw, which is Southern for grandmother, and your friend. So I'm just on life's journey, sharing what I've learned and learning out loud with you guys. So, hey, let me know if you're watching. Hey, Bethany, how are you today? Thanks for jumping on. I'm on, let me know where you're watching from, if you're watching live. If you are watching this on the replay, drop me a hashtag rewatch. So the question today is, the big question of the day is, what is CBD? CBD. So I have this funny story because when I decided to do this topic, I thought about this. I haven't thought about this in years. So I remember when I was in middle school and we built a new house and we actually had to like clear out woods to be able to build the house. It was up on a hill or whatever. And hey Joyce, hey Don, thanks for watching, you guys. So the lot that we had bought to build the house on was covered in woods, and so they actually had to like clear part of the woods out to be able to build the house. But I remember sometime after we moved there that my parents found this plant that looked like a marijuana plant, and it like had the right number of leaves or whatever that it's supposed to have, and it was growing like in our backyard. And so my parents immediately called the sheriff's department, and the sheriff came out and said it looked like marijuana. So they took some of it in to test it, and it turns out it was just a weed, not like weed, but it was a weed, you know, just a invasive plant, and it not any type of illegal plant or anything, but it even fooled the sheriff. So I don't know, that was just kind of a fun memory that I came across when we were talking about this. So CBD oil, controlling your health with hemp. So I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a CBD 101 kind of thing today. And also I have, if you want to message me, I have a handout of CBD myths and facts, 5 myths about CBD. So there's a really good reason that CBD is kind of taken over the world by storm right now. It harnesses a healing power from the cannabis plant without the high. It does not contain the THC that the illegal drugs do, or I don't know, they're not all illegal anymore, but it's used to reduce stress, anxiety, and kind of promote a homeostasis or a balance in your body. We have like a cannabinoid system actually, and I won't go into that today about it, but maybe I'm thinking about doing a series of these because there's just so much information and so much that we don't know that it might be good to just kind of camp here for a little while and talk about it. So Dr. Roger Adams was the first one to isolate cannabinoid from the Indian hemp in 1940, and he figured out that the molecular structure of it, but it wasn't until 1963 that Dr. Raphael and Mechoulam, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, was able to actually synthesize the molecule from scratch. But because it's a lipid, sorry about that, I got a phone call coming in. Being a lipid made CBD harder to study than the alkaloids, and I have to apologize. This is the last time I'm going to interrupt myself, but we're having smoke detector issues, and taking the battery out did not help. So if you hear chirping, that's what it is. I apologize. Okay, so anyway, being a lipid made the CBD oil harder to study than the alkaloids were, like morphine, because it didn't dissolve in water. But because of that nature as a lipid, it also made the actions of the CBD, they're more nuanced and around the body. And so one advantage of CBD being a fatty lipid is that it really absorbs in the body well. This adaptability lends itself to being used in a wide variety of products, from basic oils to food and to beverages. So by the 19th century, it could be found in pharmacies worldwide with hundreds of cannabis products on the shelves. In the US, chemists started wrestling with the components of the plant to try and figure out how cannabis provokes such a wide array of effect in people. And then in 1937, the Marijuana Tax Act actually criminalized possession of growing the cannabis. And in 1950, Texas, I learned this, I thought that was really unusual, but Texas actually put a law in place that carried the death penalty as punishment of possession or growing of the cannabis. And then in 1960, we had this counterculture hit, and a movement spread in the opposite direction. However, it was not used as for medicinal purposes. It was strictly used for recreational purposes. And then in the late 1980s, I would say, there was a direct correlation between the AIDS crisis that brought cannabis back on the scene and its use for medicinal purposes. So in 1996, the citizens of California voted and opened up the first medical marijuana programs. And then in 2014, the Farm Bill was passed, and it included a pilot program to allow cannabinoids and the planting of hemp and selling hemp-derived products. So now, as the CBD marketplace matures, this old molecule is posed to change the way that we look at hemp. And I know myself, when I first heard about the CBD, I was very, very skeptical. Coming from a traditional background. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks, Cinda, and Shields, and Janice, thanks for jumping on. So I was a little skeptical of it because of the reputation that hemp had and marijuana, and I just didn't want to be dabbling in something that was dangerous or just not good or illegal, you know. So I kind of held back. I've kind of watched and just researched and done some things and not really jumped in on it. But recently I've become very interested in it. And some of the, I just wanted to let you know that some of the benefits of the CBD oil isolate, where they've isolated that lipid molecule and it doesn't have the THC in it. Some of the things that it can help with is anxiety, inflammation. It's also can help in some cancer settings. Mind you, like I said, I'm not a doctor, so you need to see a doctor first before you do use it in some of these ways. But in some areas where people are taking cancer treatments, the CBD oil was beneficial in just helping to deal with the chemo treatments and such. It's also been used for epilepsy and diabetes, as an antidepressant, schizophrenia. It's also helped with multiple sclerosis syndrome. It's helped with autism, and it may help with ADD and ADHD. It's also been known to be beneficial for inflammatory bowel disease and neurodegenerative disorders. This was a surprise to me, but it's also been used to help with quit smoking. And also those with opiate withdrawals, it's sort of been used as a replacement to help get off of the opiates. And other substances that maybe have been abused or whatever. Um, it's also helpful for insomnia, and it's also been helpful for skin issues like acne and psoriasis or eczema, those kinds of things. And this CBD oil can be used orally or topically. So hey, if you're interested in more information from this, give me a shoot me a comment on this live, or send me a direct message. Also, don't forget that I have this is hard to hold, I have to do this backwards, but Hemp CBD Myths and Facts. And I'll be glad to send this to you for free. It's just 5 myths about CBD. And don't forget to share this with your friends if you know somebody, if somebody comes to mind when we talk about this and do you think they may be able to benefit from this live, I would so appreciate you sharing or hosting a watch party and letting your friends see this, and because it could be helpful to a lot of people. Be sure to friend request me if you haven't, or follow me on my personal Facebook page, Sandra Hewlett, and also like my business page. Be sure to go and like it. You've got a lot of guts for a lot of great information, and I'll try to put some of the things that I talked about on this live, or maybe share this live on that page as well if you want to see it again. And finally, follow me on Instagram at SavedMom1. And guys, I'm so excited to be studying this and learning about it with you guys, and look forward to some interaction with you guys and hearing from you what you know about it and what benefits you may have gotten from using it if you've already been using it, or what you may be interested in learning about, so we can share it together on a live. So if you've got questions, feel free to comment and or message me. Love you guys. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Hey, everybody. How is everybody doing today? I am working with the lighting, trying to not have a glare in my glasses. So if I hold my head just right and tilt it just right. So sorry, I don't know if I can talk with keeping my head still, so I'm gonna do the best I can. But how's everybody doing today? Happy Thursday. Good to see everybody. Coming to you live. My name is Sandra Hewlett. I am from sunny Florida. I'm just on life's journey, sharing what I've learned, living out loud. So let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, drop a hashtag rewatch in the comments. I hear thunder rolling outside. Do you hear? Okay, so we're going to have some distractions. I've got thunder outside. I've got the fire smoke detector chirping over here. Still hasn't been fixed. Sorry. Hey, Janice. Hey, Leonard. Thanks for jumping on, you guys. Hey, I just wanted to put a disclaimer out there before we even get started. I am not a doctor. I just play one on TV. No, just kidding. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a meemaw, which is Southern for grandma, and I am your friend, coming to you live to share what I'm learning on my journey to a healthier me. So are you confused about the terminology around CBD? How do you know which oil to choose? Full spectrum, isolate, what do all those things mean? There's a lot to know, a lot to learn, and I am learning it myself. Hey, drop me a comment and let me know if this is something that you're interested in, and I'll continue doing some info on CBD and those kinds of things. If not, we can move on to other things. So just let me know if this interests you, and if not, what would you like to hear about? What would you like to talk about? Okay, so let's talk about definitions first of all. This is what I'm going to go over. So cannabinoid Cannabinoid the term means any group of closely related compounds, which includes cannabinoid and the active constituents of cannabis. So, endocannabinoid system, that is a system in our body that is a vital and vast receptor system, and it helps to balance bodily functions. CBD is the non-psychoactive cannabinoid in hemp, and THC is the psychoactive cannabinoid in marijuana. So two more terms real quick. Flavonoids are the molecules that we find in fruits and vegetables that are thought to have a variety of health benefits. And then terpenes are, I don't know if I'm saying that right, terpenes or terpenes are compounds that create the aromatic effect and makes things smell really good. So, okay, so the best way to understand the differences between the oils is to just listen to the name itself. And it'll give you a clue as to how it was produced and what is in the oil itself. So there are three different kinds that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about full spectrum hemp oil versus hemp seed oil. So full spectrum hemp extract oil is produced from the whole hemp plant. I'm sorry, these are like some tongue twister words to say today. It's extracted by using a gentle, low temperature alcohol-free warming method. It does include CBD and only trace amounts, less than 0.3% of THC. It also has other cannabinoids, flavonoids, and terpenes. And it also contains vitamins, minerals, and essential fatty acids and amino acids. So that's full spectrum hemp extract oil. Oh, and then all the compounds are found in the full spectrum, and they kind of work together with this synergistic effect. So you get what they call an entourage effect out of the full spectrum hemp oil. Okay, so that's full spectrum. Then we have the hemp seed oil, which is produced from the seed itself. And this oil is cold pressed from the seed. It does not contain CBD or THC, and it's often referred to as a superfood because of the omegas and the vitamins and minerals and that are in the oil, and it's considered an excellent oil for like hair and skin and those types of things. So that's hemp seed oil and the full spectrum hemp extract oil. Okay, so now I want to take the full spectrum hemp oil and compare it to the CBD isolate oil. So CBD isolate, hi Bonnie, thanks for joining in. CBD isolate is produced the same way as the full spectrum hemp oil, but with more concentrated CBD levels. And it only contains one compound, either cannabinoid or CBD, and all the other compounds in the hemp plant, like waxes and chlorophylls and other oils and cannabinoids and flavonoids and terpenes, they're all removed. So you will not get that entourage like the full spectrum, the entourage effect like the full spectrum does. And it does not contain any THC. So which one is best for you? That's going to determine your personal situation, what it is you're trying to use it for. And by the way, if you want the notes on this, if you drop me a comment, I will be glad to send you the notes out for the definitions and the comparisons of the different oils, so you can go back over it, because I know this is a lot of information and a lot to take in at one time, and so you can go back and refer to it. I'll be happy to share that with you. But so full spectrum, because it contains those trace amounts of THC, even though it's less than 0.3%, there is a possibility of getting a positive read on drug testing. If you work in a job where you have to be drug tested, you need to be aware of that. It's sort of this, it won't always show up, but there is that possibility. It's sort of the same effect like showing positive for opiates if you eat like poppy seeds before you take a drug test or whatever. So just be aware of that. So the CBD isolate is a good option for anyone who wants to get the health benefits associated with the cannabinoid and completely avoiding the THC. So what are the benefits from the CBD oils? Now, this is the benefits from the full spectrum and the isolate. Both of them give you the same feelings. It helps to give feelings of calmness, reduce levels of anxiety. It reduces everyday stress. It improves your mood. It can help with sleep cycles. Who doesn't need better sleep, right? It reduces recovery time after exercise-induced pain. And it also benefits our endocannabinoid system. And I think if you're interested in that, I think I'll go deeper into the endocannabinoid system next time we go live and just talk about that whole system, because you know a lot of people aren't even aware that that system even exists and what it does and those kinds of things. So hey, if you find this interesting, and thanks Bonnie for joining in, for tuning in. If you find this interesting and you want more information or you want the notes from this live video, be sure to DM me. I will be glad to send that to you. Be sure to hit the share button or do a watch party, because sharing is caring. And be sure to friend request me or follow me on my personal Facebook page, Sandra Hewlett, or like my business page. You've got a lot of guts for loads of great information there. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at SavedMom1. And that's all I've got for today, you guys. I hope you have a great day. Stay safe, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Lots of love.